something.
What kind of animal
compatibility doesn't work?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
What are you running?
I'm running freaking Windows 7.
Windows 95?
Yeah. No. Fucking
Windows Me.
Vista.
Windows Me.
Windows Me now. Windows Me savagely.
I think I have no idea what version mine is. I think it's Windows 10.
Yeah, I'm running 10 also.
But I just use Chrome for everything.
Yeah, Chrome is fantastic when it works.
Works all the time for me. And it works when we all have the same internet browser, so we don't really hear each other.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
That is a really weird thing that it would just, you can see the video, but you can't see the dots or the
No, I can't. I couldn't
voice.
see his video either.
Oh, really?
Did you just say that it's really weird that Safari did something fucked up?
No,
Yeah. I mean, selectively fucked up like that.
Right.
Like I could see if it didn't work for anybody, but just singling out one individual and then making it not work.
To be fair, though, apparently the lower third only works in fucking Internet Explorer now.
Nice. So it's just slowly decaying.
Like every other Google product they've decided to not support.
Why would Google's fucking software run on their browser? That's so fucking... I honestly, when shit like that happens, I think that nobody at the company that writes the shit uses the shit. Because if they did, there would be like shitloads of internal complaints and stuff, right? I mean, that stands to reason anyway.
Sweet. Now that we're up and running, finally, after fucking around for 20 minutes.
Sorry.
No, we're all good. Learning experience. At least we got everybody on the same
I mean, if
page.
only a couple of us worked with computers for a living. Yeah.
I
tried that for 20 years or so, and it was no fun. So
I was using I didn't do anything different strategy, therefore it couldn't have been something I did.
So here, that's one of my first rule of troubleshooting. If you ever find yourself saying, "Well, it should work," you have to figure out why it doesn't, because it doesn't work when it should work.
One of my guys told me when I first started that he was the best programmer, and so now, he's young. He hasn't learned yet, but
he's the best.
He's the best. So now he has to, the problem we have is somebody keeps breaking into his GitHub repository and putting bugs in there. So,
whoa, holy shit! Are you serious?
He's like,
I don't really understand.
I know you're the best programmer. I know you couldn't have put the bug in there.
That's what he's claiming.
No, you guys are giving him shit that way. He's not claiming that, right?
Yeah. No, we're giving him shit that way.
Okay, good. Nice. Blame is my favorite feature of Git.
The Git blame.
It's also a game. It's in addition to being a feature.
Otherwise known as Who Moved My Cheese. I mean,
who broke my build?
I had some fucking cheese here, and some asshole changed it.
Who fucking updated the library I count on to have that stupid anomaly?
Speaking of stupid anomalies, welcome to Gunnit Live.
Episode 105.
145. I should have grabbed a 45. I didn't think about that.
Great again.
I don't have any 45s near me either.
You've got like 5 45s, bro. Just grab your FNX.
Yeah, I know, but the safe's like
all the way
15 feet over there.
Way over there.
Yeah, I got the FNX and I got the USP Elite.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't think
you got 1911 in there?
No, I don't. That's what the FNX is for. I do not have a 1911.
Wow.
Shit, I need to get one of those, but I just really don't want one.
I got my trusty SIG 220 right here.
Yeah. Speaking of 1911s, though, that's a perfect intro to our first topic.
Ooh, yes.
Nice.
The CMP is bitching about people getting their 1911s and then immediately flipping them on Gunbroker.
Why are they bitching about that? This is how the free market works.
Yeah, this was not the intention of the program, though.
Well,
it's almost like there were unintended consequences.
Wow.
So here's how people work. You can hit your program. Like the Soviet fucking doctrine had intentions as well. And the communism doesn't work because people are people. Fucking capitalism works fine because people are people.
Well, it works to a certain point, I think.
When you try to be...
if you are found to be reselling these pistols, you will be banned from purchasing from the CMP for an indefinite period.
Yeah.
What gives them the right to do that?
Quasi-governmental organization. They have a sign when you walk in the door. It says, "We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone." Probably.
Yeah, but they're not a private organization, right? Quasi-governmental.
It's hard to tell. So they definitely used to be a government thing. They definitely have government fancy
ties.
But
I don't think they're funded by the government. I think they're self-funding.
Yeah.
No.
U.S. Postal Service used to be part of the government.
But they get their fucking guns from the goddamn government.
Well, it's kind of nice that they do that for us.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying.
Well, the government's also kind of the only source for 1941 era 1911s at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is called the Civilian Marksmanship Program.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be in the government to have a program.
And I mean, let's be rather candid. If CMP is going to start distributing 1911s, it should really rename itself to the Civilian Jam Clearing Program.
Oh my God! World Wars, motherfucker.
Have you been browsing Weekend Gunnit recently or something, or what?
No, I just thought, what would Wordy do, and then I did the opposite of that.
Oh my God! How about they just raise the fucking price and then they can stop whining about it?
They're charging something like, I mean, I literally got a CMP invoice in for a transfer the other day, and this guy had paid, I think it was like about $1,100 with the shipping for just an okay looking U.S. property 1911.
Yeah, but still, that's bottom of the market when you're looking at secondhand U.S. property market 1911s.
Yeah, so
it is.
So I mean, everyone's kind of. They're going in, they're doing the lottery, they're doing this, they're doing that, hoping that they get like a diamond in the rough, numbers matching, whatever. And literally,
not even that though. $1,000 for a decent 1911 with government prop. I understand why why people want them. That price is low as shit. Yeah. I mean, they could probably charge $2,000 for them. People would still be lining up to buy them.
I don't know about that. I think the market's. I don't think the market's that strong, Bart. But hey, I could be wrong.
Go out and find a U.S. property mark 1911 on Gunbroker and see what the last one was that sold.
CMP 1911.
Not a CMP, just a U.S. government marked one. I don't know what the ones are selling for on Gunbroker right now, but
all right. CMP Remington Red non-arsenal mark WB inspected. Current bid $1,400. Okay, that sounds about right.
I mean, yeah. And the thing is, it'd be really easy to track down who's selling them.
Because, like, literally, I'm looking on Gunbroker right now, and the guy blocked out his name on the certificate, but he left the serial number, which is...
Well, that's just it. The serial number on the gun, unless you block that out when you're taking pictures, they're going to know who the fuck it is.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, look, here's the thing. I mean, it only has to work once to be considered a success, because... somebody's going to buy it for $1,000, sell for $1,500. Okay, congratulations, you're banned from CMP. By the way, we're out of 1911s, so congratulations.
Yeah, get $300 and never be able to buy a below market grand again. That's kind of a poor trade-off.
Yeah,
I'm going to kick myself in the ass someday for not buying it.
We both know that folks are extraordinarily short-term thinkers.
What? Come on.
What were you saying?
Haha, Fluffy. I just got that.
There's, yeah. The arrest records for stealing Twinkies and ho-hos and shit are probably quite large. Or there's quite, yeah, anyway.
Speaking of Twinkies, I was very distressed. I did not see any references to Twinkies in the official Die Hard authorized coloring and activity book.
Really?
Really?
And
Yeah, it was very disappointing.
Probably outsourced that.
No, it is designed and printed in the USA.
Are there any drawings for you to color of the stereotypical fat cop?
Yes, there are.
And no Twinkies? The arm-loaded Twinkies was...
Yeah, no. They just got Al, after his cars turned into Swiss cheese.
Team live badass.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Somebody put an EOTech on a Vickers. They're totally copying me.
I want to buy that person a beer. That sounds fantastic.
There's two pictures of my Hanson 1919 with spade grips and an EOTech.
I saw that. Our buddy sent me pictures of his gun. I'm debating.
Ooh?
The hipster gun.
Ooh? Oh, nice. The pinky's out machine gun?
Pinky's out machine gun.
It's pretty nice.
It is pretty nice, but I just don't know if I'll shoot it.
Hotchkiss?
Yeah. It's really nice. I mean, he's got every friggin' accessory for it, I guess.
The accessories are buku bucks.
Yeah. No, it's not. And he's not asking, I don't think, an unreasonable price. It's just, okay, I have that impulse that says, oh, that's cool. I'll be the only kid that has one of those in most places. And then the other impulse is, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll shoot it.
I've never taken my 1919 to the range. I have twice. That's not true. Test firing both times.
Sometimes you just buy stuff just to have it, though, not to necessarily use it.
I know.
I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah. Depends how much it is, too, because...
for what he's asking for it, there's nothing really at that level that I would... I don't know of anything at that level that I would necessarily want, unless I was paying Mickey prices for stuff, then,
Yeah.
I know, well, it's been a while. When Ian sold his, it was like $22,000, I think, for like the gun and 2 barrels and a whole bunch of shit. But
which gun?
This is a little bit less than that.
But no Ian provenance though.
He's got the U.S. Expeditionary Force mount though, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. What calibers? I think you said 2, right?
8 Lebel and 8 Mauser.
Oh, okay.
But you have to stub the 8 Mausers a little bit to get them to feed.
Oh boy.
Which isn't that big a deal. Just give my dad 1,000 rounds and he push the bullets down a little bit.
Yeah. Seems like you'd shy away from stuff like that after the HK stuff.
Well, I mean, he hasn't said anything about it not running. Pest, I don't know if you've ever seen it not run.
I've seen it run. Yeah, it runs. Yeah. Works just fine. I
think it's all sorted. And 8 Mauser, I know he said he spent like $1,200 getting somebody to fit it and make sure it ran right.
Wow.
Which surprised me. I didn't picture him doing that, but apparently he did.
It must have been very necessary then.
There must still be 1911s left if they're still having this problem. Makes me want to apply for one.
So 1911s are weird. Like it wasn't that long ago you could still get an Argentine Colt from Sarco.
Yeah, I think those are mostly gone, man.
Yeah, when you say not that long ago, that could have been like late 90s with,
Yes, it was 8 years ago. Yes, it was 8 years ago. 2011, 2012, something like that.
Yeah, the ballerina molesters are all gone.
No, I mean, I got an Argentine made one and a Colt made one for about $550. Well, the Colt one was more, but
is that like an F map or D map or something?
Yeah. They're both really nice. They were obviously sanded at some point, like oh, this is rusty kind of shit. They're definitely re-blue projects, but
Like that Luger.
Which,
yeah. Yeah. I think that guy used a pumice stone or something.
Toothpaste, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't no toothpaste. If it was, I hate to see that guy's choppers.
Lapping compound.
No, it wasn't that either.
I dehorned it.
It had like 2B gravel in it.
There's somebody there's somebody saying that the way to get an AK to be smoother is like shove a whole bunch of lapping compound in the action and just run it back and forth for a couple thousand times.
Oh, I'm sure that would make it smoother.
It does make metal smoother, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Also smaller.
Smaller and bigger.
So, but speaking of 1911s, there's an accurizing method where you take a hammer and whack the corners of your slide rails on your slide, and then file them till they'll go on the rails and barely, and then hammer it back and forth with lapping compound between them to work them in so that they
tighten it up.
Yeah.
Less rattle on the slide.
And more accurately.
Wouldn't you have to make sure your bushing's like super fucking tight to do that too? To have any,
Yeah, barrel bushing first, of course. But yeah, that's the thing about the 1911. There's plenty of parts that got designed away over the years that you can fiddle with to get better stuff out of it.
3 points of lockup. It's a bitch getting it all just to work just right.
Link length, pin diameters, fucking barrel bushing, shit, feed ramp, yada yada yada, locking lugs. Yeah, lots of shit. If you're into tinkering with stuff, that's a great gun to get because you'll probably have to if it's a cheap shit one from the Philippines or Brazil. And
it's like those 80% 1911s that people buy. Never see very well. Yeah.
There's a guy called Mosin Virus on YouTube that actually has done some really good, like completely by hand. So he bought this jig for 1911 80% slides and stuff that actually has a cutting tool, like a lathe tool that you screw in farther to make it act like a metal shaper, which is a really old machine tool. It's like a lathe that goes straight, scrapes off curls of metal every pass, and you screw that in tighter and tighter until you finally get your slide rails cut. And they came out really nice. Like he does really good guns, but obviously YouTube doesn't allow that shit anymore. So
see, here is my question. The concept of an 80% 1911 means it needs a whole bunch of work to make it run. And I'm not sure that's very different than something like a Taurus 1911.
Well,
I mean,
Taurus
right?
1911 doesn't need fitted to make the slide open and close.
Yeah.
Because I mean, back in the 80s, you'd spend $400 or $500 on a brand new Colt, and the first thing you did was give it to a gunsmith so the gun would actually run.
Yeah, I think it's run.
I lucked out when I built the one for my dad. It wasn't an 80%. It was just buying a separate slide and a separate lower, and there still had to be fitted. Then get the 3 points of lockup was kind of a fiddly fucking thing, but I got really lucky. I mean, that could have been really ugly.
Did you read the Kuhnhausen book, 1911, a shop manual? That's a good one. Has all
No, I'm just very smart. I figured it all out on my own.
Okay. Kudos.
I read a bunch of shit, man. A bunch. I read a bunch of Brownells had a bunch of pretty good videos that were pretty helpful for figuring out how to get the plunger tube installed. I had to buy that little special tool just for the fucking plunger tube.
The staker?
Hmm?
The staker?
Yeah, the staker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while since that post, but when It's Good Soup did the post about making the 1911, I think he spent like $1,000 in tools. And like
that sounds okay. I am friends with It's Good Soup, and I think it was more than that. But that is exactly something he would do. He'd be like, he's got like 2 kids he wants to build 1911s for, and he wants to get it done before California makes building your own gun illegal. But
so he's doing the do-it-yourself Steve Chen program.
something like that. But I mean, when he put it together, I mean, his finished product came out pretty nice.
Yeah, that post was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Next on the list.
Yeah, we have that jury overturns the homicide charge, the self-defense. I threw that in there.
That was
The
some
Philadelphia one.
The what? Yeah.
Yeah.
When those guys came to beat him up because his ex-wife said that he hit her, and he ended up shooting him with a gun that they dropped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, self-defense is pretty much a fucking slam dunk at that point.
Now you see, this is
They tried to put him away for 17 to 34 years for homicide.
For picking up the gun that the guys brought with them to kill you with.
See, this is what gets me. Okay? We could have passed one law that would have prevented this whole mess. We would have just made marriage illegal or divorce illegal.
Right.
Yeah, it's Philadelphia, man. They're really, there's Philadelphia, and then there's the rest of Pennsylvania. Even Pittsburgh's not as bad as Philadelphia.
The thing about Philly is it is a rowdy town, and they like that, and they embrace that label, and it's just it's a strange place. I would not want to be. I would not want to be in the bad part of town.
Philly's the only sanctuary city in Pennsylvania. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
That's one way of looking at it.
Sanctuary from what?
The rest of America.
From not having shit on the sidewalk and
But no, I mean the guy got completely railroaded, and I mean it's just like you start reading the news, and it's just like man was arrested, and because he shot one person, and it's just like there's
he shot 4 guys and killed one. So.
He shot 4 guys and killed one, and it's just like he's a murderer, and then it's like no, that was self-defense. And
he spent 15 months in jail.
He broke 3 rules, though. He broke the first 3 rules.
What
he left witnesses.
He wasn't white.
Oh.
He's not rich.
Ah.
And he lives in Philadelphia.
Well, there's your problem right
there.
Trying to think of a Will Smith song now.
Born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days, chilling and bebop, pop out on school.
See, I thought you were going to do Little Boys to Men, Motown Philly back in the day.
Fuck you. No boy band anything. Fuck you. Also, that guy's name is not Joey Fatone, it's Joey Fat One.
Joey Fat One, yeah. I'm fat, so I could say that.
So I guess it's not always sunny in Philadelphia.
Could be.
Yeah.
But the guy only lost what? Would you say a year and a half of his life?
15 months.
Life.
Fucking Christ. Was he in jail?
That's some bullshit.
Oh man.
Well, that goes back to there not being rich.
People roll up to your house to beat you up, and you kill them with the gun they brought with them. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot more fucking clear self-defense there. I mean, fuck.
I think the problem was they had like 4 against 1, in testimony and shit.
Oh, because they lived. Oh, yeah.
No, the problem is that Philadelphia is a left-wing, anti-self-defense, anti-Second Amendment city. It just is. I mean, you can't use a gun to defend yourself. I mean, it's
just take your beating. But would they say you should get beat up by 4
piss your pants so they don't rape you, I guess, and shit. So.
Piss your pants. I inked all over him.
It's not as effective as pepper spray, but
license to carry firearms in Pennsylvania means you can carry concealed carry everywhere in the state except the city of Philadelphia. Which only open carry in Philadelphia with a concealed carry permit.
Which is bullshit, because if you open carry in Philadelphia, they're just going to arrest you for disturbing the peace.
I've never been arrested for disturbing the peace in Philadelphia.
Yeah, because you stay in Pittsburgh, right?
Well, I've only carried there a couple times, but You know, I don't
They probably have other better things to do. Is
You only violate one rule when you.
No, I mean it's just that is
he's got the other two covered, right?
open, covered, you know, whatever.
That is law enforcement's response to anybody who is lawfully carrying a firearm that they want to hassle. It's, oh, you're disturbing the peace, or oh, you're resisting arrest, and it is such bullshit.
I say, you know, speaking of bullshit, is the idiots doing idiot things because they're idiots.
I think it's funny. I don't understand why they broke a law. What law did they break here?
I don't know what they, because I think they were shooting next. Well, the one guy got taken to the hospital, maybe.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't like he didn't consent to that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if trying to shoot someone is illegal.
I mean, let's consider the context here. They're in Arkansas.
Which one was holding the other one's beer?
Yeah.
Like, did the guy wearing the vest have 2 beers every time? I assume. I mean, one of them's wearing Realtree, so I assume. Oh, I hadn't read this until just now, so let's see what it says here.
Yeah, they're arrested for aggravated assault. Who's pressing charges against them?
I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it. I think they just got taken in because probably somebody else saw them do this.
This is one of those cases where neither of them can have to press charges against each other for the government to say, yeah, y'all done fucked up.
Yeah. Granted, it was a 22, but I mean,
still, on principle, it's just so absurd.
Yeah. Testing a bulletproof vest. What if it wasn't bulletproof? That would be the shitty part.
That would be a completely different felony charge.
It's fine. It's from eBay. It's fine.
$5,000 bond, no contact order.
I mean, I give them credit for fucking, you know, wanting to test out the product they bought.
Top left.
Yeah, the whole reason they got in trouble is because a deputy went to the Mercy Hospital to investigate a male who had been shot multiple times while wearing a bulletproof vest. So going to the hospital is what got him in trouble.
Oh, that's so funny.
God.
How'd you get shot? Oh, my buddy shot me. Why did you do that? I told him to. Of course.
I held his beer and everything.
It's like the fucking guy that the wife shot him with the fucking deagle, the phone book.
Oh, the girlfriend, yeah, and killed him.
Yeah.
The bullet hit the top left corner of the vest, apparently. Yeah.
You gotta be a special kind of stupid to do that.
Maybe they were watching Super Troopers and got all hopped up on maple syrup.
Yeah, maple syrup made out of ammonia and match heads.
They actually used iced tea for a couple takes, but then it didn't. They realized it was too thin, so they switched to actual real maple syrup.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Boy, see Wilford Brimley in the background.
Diabetes. What's even more ridiculous is maple syrup is fucking expensive.
Well, real maple syrup is.
Yeah.
We have some that.
This shit's so good though.
Yeah, it came from Canada.
Yeah, it's like if you do the math, it's something like $47 a gallon.
Yeah, that's probably about right. I think both these bottles are like $20, and they're like maybe half. I don't even think they're half a gallon, maybe a quarter gallon.
Yeah, like 32 ounces or something.
Yeah.
I hadn't remembered this since like I was a child, but my grandma used to make maple syrup by using maple extract, sugar, and water on the stove, so it was always fucking super hot, and it was so awesome because it soaked into the pancakes immediately. Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Because it was thinner.
Yeah.
Hidden Springs Organic Vermont Maple Syrup, Grade A Robust, 64 ounce, 1/2 gallon, $36.67.
That's pretty.
Well, if you think about it, the shit's harder to get than fucking oil. You got to tap a fucking tree and wait for fucking nature to make all the sap go up the fucking xylem, so it comes down this fucking hose, and then you got to boil it off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I understand why it's expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I get it, but at the same time, it's like, look, I like pancakes, but 36 bucks for a half-gallon pancakes.
I think if you use a half-gallon of syrup on your pancakes, you may be overdoing it a little.
Hey! You're telling me I'm overdoing it from the guy in front of 2 sturdy safes and literally 1 or possibly 2.5 of everything?
We're not talking about guns here. We're talking about pancakes.
That's right. That's right.
Well, he's also fat, so.
Also.
Touche.
Am
I can't eat that stuff anymore, though. I can't eat the sugar stuff. Like once every couple months, I'll have something.
Yeah, that reminds me. I got to refill my sweet tea.
Oh.
Gross.
Enjoy your metformin, sir. It's coming.
My what?
Diabetes drug.
Yeah, that actually, come to think of it, diabetes does run in my family. I should probably knock that off.
Probably nothing runs in your family if diabetes does.
I will have you know, I do some occasional recreational running in the airport because I'm normally a very poor management of my time.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But good burn.
Oh, and we're supposed to talk about the SIG group buy.
Yep. Yeah.
My good buddy Bart told me about the SIG group buy. I can put my name on the list. Thanks, Bart.
That was nice of him to do that. Is the list short? Is the list getting like? Are there?
It's filling up. It's like 16, or well, 2 of them are Tomcat Gunner with weird color choices. So I don't know what that's all about.
How many spots are left?
Like 5.
Well,
6.
they need 20 minimum to get the buy to go through. So they're probably about 6 or 7 legit people away from doing it.
What are they buying?
551 is the leading, or 550 is the leading candidate.
Yeah.
The 551 list, it only has 10 on it, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Swiss guns that are very rare here in the States.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're probably going to cost around $3,500.
If HK is not pretentious enough for you, we have these.
Oh yeah, the fancy AK.
According to Chug, it's just a fancy AK.
What's really amusing is at that price point, there's just so many guns.
We had this conversation the other night.
There's a Scar 17. What else is there at that price point?
Right, the Scar 17, B&T, what is it, APC 9 or whatever it is.
It's $3,500.
No,
it's
not even close. And that's a 9mm subgun. That's not even comparable.
But it's all competing for that same. I want something that's not an AR-15 customer.
Yeah, but be it Brugger and Tommy, you can buy anywhere in the United States. You just have to have cash for it. You can't get these guns in the United States unless you have someone import them for you. That's the difference.
I got to run some numbers again, but
you don't have to run the numbers. We had this conversation the other night. You either have the $3,000 markup or you don't.
But our viewers did not. But I just I have a hard time justifying it. But hey, prove me wrong, guys. Prove me wrong.
I was actually thinking of putting my name on twice for the 550. So then I can sell one to Bart in a couple years for $60.
Hey. Yeah, I would have put my name on the list if we weren't going to be on the hook to Uncle Sam for another fucking 5 figures, 6 figures.
Oofta.
5 figures. Yeah, not 6. Fuck that. Holy shit.
6 would be rough.
6 would be insane. That'd be like, yeah, no way.
That's a high quality problem, though. I mean, imagine all the Reddit karma you would get.
What if you had a 6-figure tax bill?
Yeah. You just go into the libertarian forum and just be like, taxation is theft, and I've got the proof.
Yeah, see, the thing is, though, I don't think taxation is theft. I mean, I understand why we pay what we do.
What happens if you
Sucks,
don't pay your
but-
taxes?
Doesn't mean you can't want to pay the least amount you have to, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
That's okay.
That's why we itemize the shit and deduct the shit out of everything. But
Hang on. What happens if you don't pay your taxes?
it depends on if they catch you or not.
You run for president and say, and I quote, "That makes me smart."
What? No, if you don't pay your taxes, they throw you in jail. But if you don't want to go to jail and you resist going to jail, what happens?
See, the thing
They shoot
is,
you.
though,
So therefore, taxation is theft.
you can not pay your taxes. You can just pay like a little bit at a time because they will accept almost any kind of money that you will give them in whatever dollar amount.
Yeah, just
Because they're just happy to get some of it back.
Yeah, I mean, just ask Willie Nelson. He produced an entire tape just to pay off the IRS, and they were okay with that.
I'm just pissed about the lost carry forwards.
At that point, you stopped resisting. So
why can't you do lost carry forwards like a business can?
Yeah.
They fucking limit the shit out of you.
Well, salt deduction is what killed us this year.
Salt deduction?
State,
Yeah.
local tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I live in the fucking sticks, so
Well, like your property taxes and stuff. I
live in
mean,
the sticks, so it doesn't really affect me.
okay.
I pay like nothing in taxes.
Yeah.
I live in one of the poorest counties in Pennsylvania.
up on the hill where they can't get you.
I pay more in property taxes on my mortgage than I do in principal.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
But we also put a lot down on our house to begin with, so that makes a difference. But yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone's in that same financial position. My brother's trying to buy a house now, and he's just like, yeah, this is not optimal because he's having to finance like $600,000. Yeah.
That's about, yeah. Sounds like California, right?
It is a very
I heard in California,
people state.
this is anecdotal, but I heard in California, if you have a well, they'll come out and slap a meter on it.
I believe that.
Why not?
Because why not?
Yeah.
I'm
Why, you
confused.
think you own that water, buddy?
It's under my fucking house. Yeah, I own that fucking water, bitch. I own everything from space to the core.
That's actually not true. You don't own the air rights and you don't own the mineral rights in those places.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure I do. There's a border. I'm gonna put up a wall. It's gonna be really super high.
I think it's like 400 feet
Yeah.
Well, son of a bitch. But down or up?
up.
You know what we should do? To
There's
avoid
no
this whole
water under
taxation
my
thing?
house. But
We should start a church and get a compound together, and then we could live there in peace, and the government will leave us alone.
I know, and we'll buy that church in
That's
Central Texas.
I almost wore that shirt tonight. I didn't.
no, it was that fucking that prison that was going under that we all thought would be a great idea to buy.
Oh yeah, in Washington.
Oh,
Yeah, and turn into a big pot farm.
the free trade zone with a range on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, the kids at Big Sandy were talking about the free trade zone, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are the kids that are out of my league.
You've been in a free trade zone though.
Yeah, I've been in one. Someone else's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny too. I dug up a video at Pebble Beach with Kenton in it. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He was there because they had 12 of the cars there at one time.
Oh wow.
No, I brought up the California thing because that's the big new hotness on the
Oh yeah, California's buying up all the magazines.
Yeah.
Standard capacity magazines are covered
There
by
is a black hole in California, and it is just sucking every magazine in existence towards there, like Oprah and a baked ham. Just
I thought the amazing thing was how good the logistics are in our country, because the day that passed, the day that injunction came down, people were showing off their magazines that they had just received.
Yeah. Amazon drones.
Amazon drones are just so efficient because, you know, if you look at a geographic map of California, you got California, Nevada right there. So once they prime that warehouse in Reno or State Line, all the drones just fly over and just start doing mag drops.
Magpul must be sending fucking semis like one after another into California right now.
Yeah.
As opposed to a non-geographic map.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they do
topographical maybe
through Colorado, then you know.
Yeah, but that's probably the single largest. Well, obviously, the population-wise, the single largest market in the United States.
That's right.
Suddenly opened.
Yep.
So yeah, I wonder if Cheaper Than Dirt canceled all their orders and jacked everything up like $2 or $3 a piece just in case.
I do not think that happened because Cheaper Than Dirt suppliers actually had the stock to fulfill this time.
For now.
Yeah. I don't think it was a stock problem. I think it was an asshole problem.
They need to rename.
It was a stock problem.
They need to change their name to Cheaper Than Nobody.
What I don't understand is the name of their company is Cheaper Than Dirt. As someone who's had to buy dirt is not cheap at all.
Relatively, I mean, it's like a couple $100 by the ton, maybe.
Talk to anybody who either is in gardening or construction, and they will tell you dirt is fucking expensive.
Nah, not out here. Maybe where you live.
Back on the ranch, we had all the free dirt we wanted. We had 400 feet up and 400 feet down, apparently.
Nah. Out here, we run out of places to put it. Like when you dig out a basement for a new house, they don't. Yeah, you have to haul it out in the country and dump it. And
these are probably people who don't have a bulldozer.
People don't raise their yard up. They don't
take your house taller
protection in there.
No, we don't have that problem here so much. You could, but then you'd have to do that. The problem with that is it's not compacted. So if you do that, then your yard's just going to look like shit as soon as it rains because it's all just going to wash away.
You kids out in the Midwest.
So what you're literally saying is we got floodplain people problems?
Yeah, because they got all the free dirt from the Rocky Mountains. Just
we got all this free dirt that washed away all our roads and bridges a month ago.
And then you got FC, who's basically living on a future sinkhole for sure.
Yeah.
I'm on top of a coal mine.
I mean, it doesn't matter exactly.
Future 6 inches underwater once the glaciers melt.
I will have you know that we here in the bayou we'll go gator hunting if a sinkhole happens. So yeah, whatever.
You guys had to use imported dirt to fucking fill.
Let's build a huge city in a fucking bowl.
Yeah, our whole town fucking sucks. They pumped millions of tons. I'm sure it was tons of fly ash into the coal mine to fill it up.
To be fair, Bart, we did not build a city. The French built the city. We bought it.
Yeah.
Because we originally tried to buy just the port, and then the French, needing money, said, we'll sell you the whole damn thing.
I think that came with the whole Louisiana Purchase.
Correct.
That was just more than just that one city.
Yeah.
Right. But that's how it started. The United States wanted to buy the port, and then it evolved into, well, the French, how badly do the French need money? And then they just wound up buying.
So I guess when you do that, you get the people.
Yeah.
I know a couple of people who would disagree with that statement, but sure.
To be fair, they probably didn't have a flag, so
Yeah.
I was going to say the best property to buy in Pennsylvania is in Centralia, right? That stuff's just smoking hot.
It's smoking hot.
And you don't even need to light the furnace in the winter.
No, you just lay down on the ground. You're good to go. Nice and cozy.
It's not supposed to burn for like another half a century or something stupid.
I'm sure it'll burn longer than that. I mean,
They should slap a turbine on that.
We will all be dead and in the ground before that fire goes out.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, you think there'd be a way to turn that into some geothermal stuff, huh?
Well, I mean, it's
You'd have to make it a closed system. That's the problem.
Yeah, it'd have to be closed loop.
There's too many.
You know what they could do
cracks.
if you shove air in and heat that fucker up. Pretty soon it'll like if you push air in, you probably get more energy out of it than you put into it, and you get
Maybe
super hot fire.
Right.
Ooh, and
I think you'd be turning all the energy into like burnt dirt.
So here's the thing. Back in the industrial era, well, back when slaves were a thing and labor otherwise was super fucking cheap, when confronted with a problem like this, the guys would just like dig a fucking canal from one lake to another or whatever, right? Now we don't do that, it seems. I don't know. But like, so divert one of the Great Lakes over to you, fill the get it super hot first by blowing air into it, and then fill it full of water so it fucking steams. Make a geyser, and boom, geothermal. Problem solved.
I like it the way you think, sir.
Hell yeah.
I think a canal from Erie to Centralia would only be a couple 100 miles long. So
yeah, what would Ayn Rand do? What would Ayn Rand do?
if we can build 100 miles of wall across Mexico, we can build a pipeline.
Dude,
all you need is a ditch witch. You don't need a big wide canal. You know.
Think of all the free dirt they could send to Louisiana, and also
nice.
See, shit. There's an opportunity here.
Sounds way better than wasting money on a wall, huh?
Yeah.
Just empty the lakes into the fucking fire in Pennsylvania.
I like it.
Boom. Done.
Plus then you've reclaimed the land the lakes take up, so now you got more room to build houses and such.
Well,
I think those will probably fill in.
You don't drain the whole lake. I mean, it's just for,
Well, you could do like they did down in Louisiana where they drill a fucking hole in the top of the salt mine.
Make the river flow backwards.
They drained that fucking lake.
Lake concentrated. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, hilarious.
It was hilarious when you live like a couple 100 miles away from it.
Yeah.
Be anywhere near the problem.
If you died in it, it probably wasn't that hilarious.
The fucking barges getting sucked down into it, and then like 2 weeks later, popping out.
Hold on. Simpsons did it.
Huh?
With Homer, Trash of the Titans. That garbage popping out of the ground.
Nice.
I don't think I've watched The Simpsons in 10 years at least. Sadly. It's 30 years old, though. I get it, so that's crazy. When The Simpsons first started, it was the new edgy thing.
So SIG 550 and 551 buy list. Get on it. Let's go. Tell your friends. Get down with the Cygnus.
Does it does it have the little dust cover that goes up and down over the?
Yeah, of course it does.
Oh, good. That's pretty.
It's sweet. It must have dust cover to go up and down.
Is it properly overgassed to account for that?
I'm sure it is.
I think there's probably an adjustable gas thing on the front. I would assume so.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
They probably shoot like.
It's the twin wipes thing with the. Oh, that's the sexiest there. Yeah, that's a sweet rifle, but I don't want to pay for one. So.
You should get your wife.
Yeah, the thing is, they're going for $3,500 when the stateside ones are going for $6,500. So if you didn't like it, you could flip it,
make money,
and double your money.
Sell it to Bart.
I'm not gonna fucking buy one of those for $7,000.
I don't have a job. It's probably not a good idea.
Yeah,
that could be your new job. You could be a SIG 550 salesman.
I'll have to get an FFL first.
No problem there.
Or you could just be a salesman and let your buddy who has an FFL do all the work, and you could reap all the money.
I have a soul though, so I can't be a salesman.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's not gonna help.
I mean,
But here's the thing: I know a guy
For that kind of clientele, I think you kind of weed out most of the
shitheads.
Yeah, probably shitheads.
How many cigarettes would you like to buy?
I don't know.
Can I interest you in this thing you've never heard of that you didn't know you needed until just now?
Well, you have all these new money kids running around, you know, the ones that go out and buy like HK Sears and shit when they've never had a gun before in their life. So there's opportunity out there. You just got to market it right. Find out what those esports kids like.
I bet Sebastian would jump all over those.
Who the fuck is Sebastian?
Probably already got 7.
Probably.
Somebody from Big Sandy?
Yeah. The Texas FC.
Oh, super autismo.
No.
Hey, I
No.
resemble that remark.
No, the Asian guy.
Yeah.
That's
But
about
he
the
was-
that's the only. He's in the gun business and he's Asian, so therefore he's FC. But yeah.
Exactly. Other than that, they're exactly the same.
I think he was running 500 round belts through that fucking PKM.
Dude, I think he was trying to melt that barrel.
Well, he was doing a good job. I feel a little hurt when I put a new belt in and I go after a plane and the belt's gone and the plane's still up. I feel bad for my 1919. That's too. I'm pretty confident he was running 500 rounds through that thing at a time in one burst.
Yeah, but yours is transferable. It's a tranny. So.
Right, that's
the difference.
Term. We were taught a new term for transferable guns. They're called trannies.
So literally, you're going to be going around. Hey guys, guess what? I just paid $30,000 for a tranny.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Because I mean that is fair because a post sample I do call a postie. So why can't a transferable be called a tranny?
I just never thought about it. I prefer as the owner of said transferable weapons to say, I am the owner of a transferable blah blah blah.
You forgot to add Mimsy and something about your solarium in that sentence.
The more syllables you use when you're trying to sound hoity-toity, the better.
Yeah. Mimsy, did you move the 1919 to the solarium?
I'm tired of seeing it in the foyer.
I must prepare it for Big Sandy this weekend.
I think that was one of the things that I don't know if it surprised him, but I think Wordy realized was some of these guys aren't rich. They just were lucky and in the right place at the right time, but they're just regular people.
But you know what? That's all it takes. I mean, look at the guy who invented the pet rock.
Or they work their ass off like polio, right? Where he gets guns for great deals, but it's because he fucking puts a ton of time into it.
Right.
Yeah. That's how it worked with Backpage for me. I used to have to wade through 3,000 ads of fucking trash, or stupid deals to find the one thing that
to find the $300 long Lee or the
seriously. Scroll $1,000 long Lee and a $2,000 Bren 10 and Stomper.
Cadence is still butthurt about the long Lee.
I talked him down from 1,400.
Yeah, I know.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we saw one at Baltimore. It was I want to say it was like 3,600.
Oofda, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I should sell that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking about selling it, and I actually talked to him, and I'm like, "Hey, here you go." He offered me, he knows what I paid, of course. So
right.
Like, okay. So, nope. I wanted it to go to somebody good if I'm going to get rid of it, but. I
could take the guy in the wife beater.
I know what I've got, bro.
By the way, Fluffy. Speaking of transferables.
To be fair, though, I had to drive to the other side of town at 7:00 in the morning to a Circle K to get that gun.
Oh my goodness, the other side of town. What was that, like 20 minutes away?
No,
Man, the struggle is real, right,
it
Pat?
was like 30 minutes away.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrible.
Sorry, I had to go to the kids to make sure they went to bed.
Fair deal. I see the most recent PSA email does not include packing peanut PMags. I don't know when they stopped doing that. I haven't read a PSA ad in a while.
They probably just stopped that recently because of the California thing, honestly. Because usually that's.
I think I saw an ad like not maybe 3 weeks ago for like $7.81 PMags or something.
Really?
Yeah, that's only like 3 cents above wholesale, but yeah, that's probably accurate.
How do they make money selling them 3 cents above wholesale? That doesn't seem like
Hang on a minute. And I should know this. Mag 571.
They're losing money on every sale, but they're making it up in volume.
like the change bank.
Yeah.
I love the change bank.
Cold.
Army buys B&T APC 9s for VIP security diesel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
our
topic.
Magpul M3556 window PMags. I looked at this yesterday, or I looked at this last week. It was something like 17,000 in stock. Now it's 0.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm.
That's a lot of magazines.
You all can like check me on this, but RSR is sold out of every single popular PMag. They've still got like a couple left, but they're not the ones that.
And you didn't jump on a 5,000 mag order the second that Supreme Court or Circuit Court injunction came out.
Absolutely not, because I've got 5,000 mags sitting in the garage already.
Oh.
Well, that means you're fucking doing it wrong because they should have all been shipped to California like yesterday.
Yeah, but here's the thing: people don't want to pay my price. My normal operating procedure is let PSA and RSR run out, and then after they've run out, I can go in there and sell Lancer mags at $35 a piece.
What if the injunction?
Except the problem is PSA has like millions of fucking mags.
Right, and if the black hole
and I think Magpul can probably pump them out fast enough that they won't ever have a dearth of mags to sell.
If the black hole is as large and sucky enough as it is, and the injunction that it will inevitably come is accelerating that large sucking sound, I imagine everybody's going to run out. And right when everyone runs out, I'm going to say, here's what I have for sale. Throw money at me.
Fuck the PMags. I want the machines that are making them.
That's
that guy's kids are getting ice cream tonight, huh?
Yeah. Hit up HMG. I hear they have a magazine mold.
Yeah, they'll definitely be able to make enough.
Too bad they can't ship to their loyal customers in California who put up with 3 years of fucking bullshit. They could actually have shipped the mags.
So, did any follow up on the sending your FFL information in?
I haven't sent it yet, but I got the FFL.
I sent mine in, and I got an email that said, "We got your stuff."
Is it a personalized email or is it a company email?
Actually, I had them change something that I had previously ordered. So I changed some quantities around. So I asked them to confirm that those quantities were changed. So I received a personalized email because of that.
I want one less caliber conversion kit and one extra shove it up your ass.
Something like that, yes. It was I normalized, so I had 3 each of 223 and 762 by 39 mags. So,
do you know what's stopping me from actually sending that off?
No,
you have to give them your hat size.
You don't know your hat size?
I don't have any fucking idea what my hat size is.
Dude, your hat size is like 8 1/4.
It's
huge. I bet you it's more than that because I wear like a 7 3/8.
I wear 7 3/4. I think best is 8 1/4. 8 1/4 is a pretty big noggin, man.
I can't demonstrate because of headphones, but this doesn't. It's like a yarmulke.
Yeah.
With this
So
undone.
take a string, wrap it around your fucking head, lay it out, and measure it with a tape measure.
I know, right?
And then you measure it in beaver tails and find out how many X's you need for the hat they're going to give you.
And then give it to them in furlongs.
What's the trend? Yeah, right.
My hat is 4X beaver.
Oh, so I measured. I put a string around my head where the hat band goes, and here's how long it is. What hat size is that? Good luck.
Or divide by 3.14. I mean, yeah.
3.14. Oh, there's a conversion factor? Typically, there's no conversion factor for XL or XXL or 3XL. I don't know the fuck. Like,
hat size is measured in inches, sir.
Is it? Inches what?
Like
around
7 3/4 inches?
Around what?
I'm gonna throw this out there for any of our viewers who happen to be a haberdasher or a milliner. Just hop on Discord and tell Pest the tricks of the trade.
I have a Browning belt here. I'm gonna wrap it around my head, and last time I did this was with somebody's belt who's really skinny and.
Make sure you shout Allah Akbar while you're doing it.
My head was the same size as his waist. So.
You put that around the outside of your hat. So
and around the outside of your
did, okay, but still, it's like
headset.
Fucking what? 2 feet at least plus.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's probably 8 1/4 times 3.
Your mom's vagina just must be wrecked.
I was a lot smaller then, but yeah, she's about. Yeah, she's little, and I'm way bigger. 3 point what?
1495.
You divide by
26 inches would be about 8 1/4 hat size.
I believe pi is 3.14159, not 3.
Well, I understand, but why is pi involved if it's a circumference thing? Is it a diameter thing?
Yes.
Oh, well, my head's an oval.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, but
it still makes a round shape.
Ovals have two. Okay, all right then. Okay. I mean, seriously, like, sizes don't translate to dimensions. That's just, everybody knows that. Like,
oh, you mean like how my dress shirt that's 16.5, 34, 35 is 16.5 inches in the neck and 34 to 35 inches in the sleeves?
Right. Okay, explain to me women's dress sizes then. I'm a size 0. I'm a size 7.
There's no explanation.
What does that mean? What does it mean? It means nothing.
No. Here is the explanation. Every fucking manufacturer has a different size. There is no standardization whatsoever. So if you are a guy and you need to guess your wife's dress size, try to stay in the single digits, because if you say you're a 14 or a 16, you're bad things will happen. Trust me.
I'm pretty sure what it means is you have to come to the store and you try it on.
Yep, that's exactly what it means.
Which is why when you enter any clothing store that's made for more than one sex, you always enter in the women's department.
Wow.
Have you not noticed that? Any clothing store you go into, the doorway leads to any doorway. Like, it could be in a mall with 5 doors. Every door leads to the women's department.
I don't follow.
Is that technically true of any?
Well, you mean like if you go to Walmart? I mean,
no. If you go to a clothing store, not Walmart. Fuck.
Oh, you mean it leads to the women's department before you get to the men's or the kids?
JC Penney's, yeah. Every entrance leads to the women's department, and then if you're a man, you have to go to the back.
Well, unless it's 2 levels, then the upstairs leads to like the kitchen. Or something.
It's called the pink tax. Anyway. Marketing is, it's dumb. Yes, dress sizes are fucking retarded, because if they weren't, you wouldn't go to the store, or you wouldn't spend more time in the store than you need to. Anyway, I'm butthurt about haberdashery because I'm a huge person in both dimensions, circumferentially and height-wise. I've been special my whole life. It's terrible. My back is arched. Anyway, yeah. fucking world is made for little people.
You know what they say: if you have big hands, big gloves.
Yeah, definitely.
Manicures cost more.
Do they? I wouldn't know.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I forgot too. To include in our topics, Pittsburgh City Council approves gun control bills. Woohoo!
Yeah, fucking hell. That's so fucking like they literally violated the law to do that.
Right.
Why would anybody obey their law if they don't obey?
I don't plan to.
Yeah.
Just like your bump stock you destroyed.
Both of them. Both of them I destroyed.
Even the gold one? Damn.
Even the gold one. Yeah, I destroyed it.
Okay. That's a shame.
I know. Terrible. You know what, though? I have a feeling I can make one that looks just like it if they change that law.
Oh, shit, you're wearing glasses. Somebody's going to fucking microscopically fucking... That's the video. The Army's new subgun looks nice, though.
Bruggen Tomet. They paid a shitload for those.
B&T stuff is pretty cool.
It is cool.
They're making some nice stuff.
Wasn't it?
I'm sorry.
No, which one of the Bruggen Tomet? They have a
APC9.
the field mouse stamped on the receiver, or whatever the mouse is that eats scorpions.
Oh wow!
In the desert.
Wow.
So that was like, they're kind of dig against CZ and their scorpion, because that's a scorpion killer.
Nice.
They're charging so much.
Yeah, I saw a story that the Marines are buying polymer case 50 BMG ammo.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you hear that from?
It's in Marine Corps Times.
They're buying what? I missed
2.4 million cartridges of lightweight 50 cal ammo with polymer casing.
Interesting.
A belt of 100 lightweight 50 cal cartridges with 101 links will have to see a 15 to 30% weight reduction under the Corps' requirements listing. So they say they're going to award a contract, but it sounds like they haven't actually got.
And see, that makes no sense to me because belt-fed machine guns are usually vehicle-borne, so weight really isn't an issue.
Yeah, who the fuck is manually humping fucking 50 cal ammo?
I mean, you have to if you have like an M107.
Are they looking to save money?
But you're not belting it.
They're looking to save 20 pounds off a current weight of a can of 50 cal ammunition, according to this.
I mean, that's valid, but holy shit. I mean, if you're running through a belt-fed machine gun.
Is weight the limiting factor on a deuce and a half full of 50 cal ammo? I suppose it probably is, but maybe
I mean, pushing the boundaries, but it seems like once you got the gun hot enough,
they're gonna fly it places. Now it all makes sense
for drones.
Drones don't have guns, though.
Not now. Not with that attitude.
They've decided. They've decided to drop the whole merchant marine thing and go with planes.
Drones have missiles because missiles are more accurate, and the drone doesn't have to actually point itself at the target to make sure they can hit it with the missile.
Maybe they got that fancy new 50 cal that goes around corners.
They're also a shitload more explodey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're a shitload more expensive.
I linked that in our chat then, just so you guys can see it.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's got to be the airplane thing. I mean, they made planes out of aluminum sheet metal for no reason.
I think a titanium 1919 would be kind of badass.
Oh yeah.
Titanium anything is badass usually.
Honestly, sadly, I don't know enough about my 1919 to understand whether or not there's anything actually happening on the side plates and stuff, but I doubt it. You could make both side plates out of titanium at least, I believe. and have no problem. See, yeah, believe so. Wait, I don't know where the fuck the bolt locks in for. Yeah.
You can heat treat titanium, right? Like steel.
It's kind of like aluminum, where yes, you can heat treat it, but it's not super.
Tough.
It doesn't get super hard, regardless. So, what? Why are you smirking, Bart?
Me?
Sorry, I'm off in the weeds.
No, it's okay.
Titanium 1919.
It was just a different conversation. Somebody asked what pushing rope was, and I had to explain it.
Your homework is to go look up a song called "Too Drunk to Fuck" by the Dead Kennedys.
Yeah. My response is that's what you do when you're.
Who said pushing rope?
Driving a Tesla.
What?
Yeah, another inside joke. I'll have to tell you later.
Okay.
One of those off-air things, you know.
Because it's fast and super quiet.
Yeah. Totally. Oh.
Yeah, it's good for them to buy the B&T things there. I mean, it's more money, but
how much was it? It seemed like the contract was like
making anything new that's not like plastic.
Is it just a blowback gun?
I don't know, to be honest.
I was interested to learn that the H&K's fancy PDW there, the new one with the 4.7 or whatever the fuck it is, MP7, that one is not blowback. It's an AR-180, just like all the other guns being made nowadays, apparently.
Apparently that gun sucks.
The AR-18?
No, the HK4. Yeah. 4.7.
Oh.
The MP7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. I haven't gotten to see one.
I've seen one. I've never shot one, but ammo's stupid expensive. It has really shitty terminal ballistics. It's in the same, size packages like a SBR AR. Well, no.
Phil Dater at Gemtech was telling me the story. He was telling me he had sold his MP7. I said, "Hey Doc, why'd you sell it?" I think it's really easy. I saw one guy in Africa get shot twice with it and left the hospital the same day.
Yeah, but he's selling the postie, so you can only sell it to other because there's no transferables of those in the United States.
Correct, but he was just like, at a certain point, he's just like, why the hell do I have this?
Was he plugged square in the chest, or?
I don't know, but if Doc wanted to get rid of it, I imagine it's not very good.
So the APC-9, Bart, just for your edification, is a simple blowback operated weapon, and it fires from a closed bolt, even if it's a machine gun version.
That's kind of neat.
So it's just an open bolt 9mm in there.
But it's closed bolt.
Yeah, it's closed bolt, not open.
So is an AR-9 or whatever. I mean,
no, I'm just saying it's not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's better that way.
It's got an aerospace grade alloy upper.
I would like to see CMMG get the guard into some military hands, because that's a fine solution to a real problem.
That does look neat. The only problem is nobody wants to use 9mm for that shit anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, but anything pistol cartridge shaped, like it would be a decent mechanism for 5.7 or whatever, also, or 9mm. I mean, well, 9mm, something else. I mean,
so
anyway.
So B&T has 3 lugs on their barrel, just like HK's. Does anyone know if is it compatible?
I don't think so. It's because their cans are totally different.
Oh man, they made a
Comes with
3-lug that's not.
barrels, which would accept quick detachable sound suppressors, also developed by PNT.
Because some
They look similar.
They do look similar, but one of the in the Discord, one of the Swiss guys showed us a bunch of B&T cans, and they like the attaching mechanism on them was weird as fuck. It looked like you screw it on, and it had like a clamp where you'd push it in, and then it did not look like the regular tri-lug you'd normally see on an HK at all.
That's just
I mean, nobody's going to make their product incompatible with a competing product.
Well, that's what I wondered. Is it
three lugs is standard or something? Everybody makes 3-lug stuff, and the thing of if it's not the same, calling your shit 3-lug is, even though there are 3 lugs,
right?
It's
called the B&T fucking.
I got 19 3-lug cans. I'm gonna run the shit out of this. Blah blah blah.
Called it the tri.
It's like printer ink cartridges. That shit should be standardized. Everybody should have the same fucking printer ink cartridges, but nobody does. Right?
Explain to me why there's fucking. That's a simple thing. That's how you make your money on printers, because nobody.
Yeah, because I'd still be using the same fucking printer from 20 fucking years ago.
This is why I don't have a color printer. It's fucking.
We bought an expensive wireless one, and then it won't print at all because I guess the new firmware just doesn't. Yeah, a brother or something or other. And
because you don't have a valid color ink cartridge installed.
No, it's full of ink. It just won't connect to the computer and print. I can scan and fucking copy everything from the scan thing on the top, but it will not print anything from my computer. So I had to hook up my old ass fucking printer and print shit off of that. It's such a fucking pain in the ass.
Man. I've got a new multifunction thing now. Well, new 6 years ago, probably at least or more. But my favorite printer ever was a fucking black and white laser printer that I bought from Goodwill for nothing. Never put toner in it or anything. Ran for years. It was awesome. Color printers, no, I will not own one. Don't need one. Don't want one. I was gonna say though, if you go to some shitty place to buy things, razor blades for disposable razors are fucking retarded money. So much so that they have theft-proof systems around them, so that you have to get somebody to get you razors in some places because they're so retardedly expensive. Only because they happen to fit the razor you got for free for Christmas 15 years ago.
Yeah.
They fuck you at the drive-through. There's no reason those things should be expensive. And the only reason they are is because they fit the thing.
Well, the thing is, you can buy the single-use disposable ones, but those suck because there's one blade and use them once, and it's like cutting your face with a 2x4.
So this is going to sound terrible. I am still using the razor that Gillette sent me for free when I turned 16.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah, I shave once a month, and they sent me like 3 or 4 spare blades, and I think I bought spare blades once 10 years ago.
I mean, we'd believe you, but that was 20 years ago. I'm not going to believe you had one razor for 20 years.
Yeah, you just keep changing the blades. Look at the head.
I have a Gillette razor that I think I got in a stocking from my mother at one Christmas, and I've had it probably 20 years or so.
The game changer for razor blades, besides the multiple blades and shit, was the handles that vibrate. They cut so much better. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Oh,
yes. If you haven't used one of those little ones that put the battery in there and you press a button and it vibrates when you shave, go try one of those. It is seriously.
Do they take special cartridges that cost $17?
Yep.
They're not because they're the regular 4-blade cartridges that are expensive as fuck, but it still shaves way better.
So the vibrating handle is the best way to achieve vendor lock-in that's been known so far.
Yeah.
So what Bart's saying is the sensation is much.
It's not the sensation. It's just it just shaves better.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it does.
Right. No, it makes sense. It actually does make sense. If it took
because instead of just going straight, they're always just kind of coming, you know, it's like a regular, it's whatever.
it's like
sawing motion.
Yeah, there you go.
On like a macro scale.
I want to try a straight razor shave, but I think I would just wind up accidentally slitting my throat and bleeding out on the ballroom floor just for the attention.
Yeah. I haven't shaved in 2 weeks, but I'm thinking about it. But I've accidentally, like 10 years ago or less, probably cut myself with a fucking razor because I ran it sideways like a moron. Yeah, so when you start shaving, you cut yourself all the fucking time, but like it becomes impossible at some point to cut yourself. But nope, original thinking.
You know, I just Pest gave me a thought. My father never taught me how to shave. I had to learn how to bleed and clot all on my own. That's fucking terrible when you're 14.
Yeah. You're claiming you got beard hairs at 14 and then you use the same razor for 20 years. I mean, those two things are incompatible.
Well, same handle.
Same handle.
It's not the same. I mean, yeah.
It's like you know, you ship of Theseus or grandfather's axe. You know.
The Gillette Sensor 3 or whatever. It's two little pieces of stainless steel sheet metal in overmolded with ABS plastic and has a little button on it. Anyway.
Because my dad, he bought like the 15 pack of disposable Gillettes, and that would last him like a year. But it's really weird because, like, I distinctly remember, you know, me and my dad having a shaving discussion when I was in my 20s, and his facial hair is much better than mine. Mine is just depressing.
Mine is luxurious and awesome.
And Santa-like.
Yeah. No. I mean, I haven't shaved in 2 weeks, so the whole thing's showing now, but, like, I shaved before Big Sandy. But Santa has a full beard. I have a goatee.
A trimmed beard. Well, your beard's kind of you don't really have a goatee because goatee is usually just chin down. You have like the stash going.
Well, you know, yeah, okay. So I wanted it wider because it was too.
You have like the non-douchey goatee.
There you go. Yeah. Splendid.
That's what happens.
It's great for thinking as well. Yeah. But this reminded me of my the day I learned I needed to start shaving. I found a hair on my chin, 1.5 inches long. It was the only fucking hair on my chin. That was amazing. Like I went like obviously 3 months without noticing this one fucking hair growing out of my chin. It's weird. Did you guys have a similar experience? Or did you start training shaving, like training bra shit?
I don't really remember. I shaved a bit in high school, but not a lot. I shaved a lot in college, but
I shaved in high school.
Yeah, I in high school, my facial hair really wasn't much facial hair. It was more like a cry for help.
I think I was 13 when I discovered that one fucking hair and realized that something had to be done about that. It's so weird. Now I have on my forehead, 5 head, 6 head, something like that. I have the one hair.
Oh yeah, I have one of those. Yeah.
But there's like a bunch of them. There's a dozen or so now. Like they won't get caught by the clippers when I'm cutting my head or cut my hair. So I gotta go after them with scissors afterwards. Terrible.
Yeah, I kind of trim and shave everything besides my head and my face. So
the Nair bath.
He likes.
Yeah, no, I did that once. And that was a mistake. Just because it burned a lot, and I got a lot of ingrown hairs.
Nair your asshole once.
Ooh, no.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
No.
It's very high speed, low drag.
Yeah. I'll trim my ass hairs with the clippers, but no way in fuck am I putting air anywhere near my butthole.
Try it, dude.
No.
The farts are exquisite.
Well, yeah. The thing for me is the less ass hair you have, the less times you have to wipe because less stuff gets caught. And this is like the quality content everybody that's on the show is waiting for.
Quality
right
with a
now.
K.
I think you can trim it with a lighter. You know,
A lighter.
I don't even know how you get down there and cut because I don't have that kind of flexibility. I got a bad back.
I mean, it's not like you look; you just do it by.
Just get one of those citronella candles and hover over it for a second.
Just for the record, okay, with my luck, I would probably.
Plus, you will have far fewer taint mosquitoes if you do that. I mean, they breed in a swamp, and so it makes sense to use
Ass is a swamp.
Goddamn taint skeeters! Oh, they drive me crazy.
No taint skeeters, fresh Lebanese scents, and no ass hairs. See?
Win, 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 win. Only peasants wipe. Everyone who's cool uses a bidet. Well, what about the corn, bro?
I still want a bidet. When I do redo our bathrooms, I put bidets in all of our toilets, at least in the master to start with, because they are so awesome.
I went in a fancy bathroom one time and I looked down at the bidet. I'm like, can I apply this to my situation? I'm like, what if there's a clinger that's too big to fit through the basket?
It's not a basket. They have like a.
The one I saw, this was an 80s bidet. I don't know. It had this little fucking drain basket that was inverted upwards, and then things could get caught in that. And you'd have to push them through or else pull them out.
Why would you have to push them through?
Oh, I assume there's people for that. But I'm at a fancy party at a fancy place that has a bidet and stuff. So, I mean, if I used, I was just peeing.
You should just take a big dump.
I got the wrong one. Sorry.
That's a big waffle stump in there, baby.
When I flushed it, it just sprinkled some on me. I don't know.
Oh, big exciting day tomorrow. The $90 light replacement kit is coming for my shower.
Ooh.
Oh.
$90 fucking dollars. This fucking thing better look like the sun when I'm taking a goddamn shower.
I assume you opted for the fancy shower at some point.
Oh yeah, the shower is very fancy.
What makes this so special, Fluffy?
Well,
H&K.
it has a special tool,
shower.
first of all, to change the light fixture. And instead of changing the light, they're sending me a new fixture. So you take the fixture out and throw that away, and then put a new one in.
All right.
So this looks like a business opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm sure hundreds of people will buy it.
Yes. They're still in business after 13 years, so that's a good start.
The rebuild kit for the shower light.
Yeah. With a core charge, you know?
Totally. No, you open a little 10-foot wide storefront and squished between two sub shops or whatever in this little and just
no,
between an iPhone repair place and a sub shop, right?
No. He's in Pittsburgh where they have the half address, so it would literally be below the sub shop but above the iPhone joint.
Yeah, it's all you got to do is you go take a left here to right there, and then you go into the bar, and you ask to go behind the bar, and you enter the trap door below the bar, and I'm the first door on the left.
Can't miss it.
Yeah. Yeah, little repair boutiques like Japan.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this ensemble. I know I'm going to be so angry when I see it. It's going to be such shit.
I paid how much for this?
Yeah, I know, like $8 worth of crap.
I've resolved if I ever remodel my house again, I'm having like 2 shower heads installed. Like I don't want the one rain shower head. I want 2 of those motherfucking things because.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the wall of showers.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also like the one that's like directly overhead.
Yep.
Yeah, the waterfall.
Yeah, that's
what I'm going to do in our master bathroom. I'm going to take out the whirlpool tub and put one of those in because we've never used a whirlpool tub at all.
Dude, yeah. Same with us. I fucking put that fucking thing in and I've never used it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the only fucking good thing a whirlpool tub is good for is for drowning a hooker. That's it.
Well, maybe I should keep it then.
Well, I think we're a little bit off topic. Should we take you into the after show because it's almost 10:38 Central Time?
So I'm probably gonna fuck off and play Satisfactory because it's literally crack and I can't stop.
What?
I started.
I mean, come on! You need the social interaction. We need the social interaction with our buddy here. We're trying to keep you in the realm of like.
Just for the sake,
dude, I seriously didn't play video games for months, and now this thing is
no more comes omelets.
No, I mean, you gotta explain what that is.
It's Heroes and Generals. What that?
Heroes and Generals. Yeah.
Me and Spivey used to play that till like 5 o'clock in the morning every fucking night for months. What I'm saying.
Yeah. That was a fun ass game actually, but
we should find another game like that because co-op games are always funner because you can sit there and talk to people instead of being by yourself.
It's like, why would you add extra work to playing a sweet video game?
Because that's my main source of social interaction or something, right?
You're not wallowing in your
you don't know that.
I mean,
you don't know that.
The word was isolationism. I just couldn't think of it. But wallowing in isolationism is my fucking.
I've been an only child my whole life, so I've lived that for most of my life.
I was a firstborn child on a 1,500 acre ranch in Leadore, Idaho, which nobody's ever heard of, I assume, but it's sort of by Montana there, and I learned to be alone a lot, and it was awesome.
Yep.
All right, so this is where goddamn ridiculous. I'm on Home Depot's website. There is a $1,612.50 Kohler fixed. They call it the Real Rain fixed shower head. $1,600 fucking goddamn dollars.
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, the reason that exists is so that people can say I paid $1,600 for that shower fixture.
My first car didn't cost that much money.
Well, here's what it is.
It's not for the pores.
Right. And I'm going to say this for the people that are watching because my Discord is fucked down here in my basement on my laptop. If you want to the after show, you'll probably have to PM me on Reddit.
I can put it on Discord.
Don't just drop the link. You need to
put it in the Discord.
Yeah, I probably hung out with most of the guys that Wordy brings on, so most of them are okay.
Ooh, yeah, but he's acted as a filter. Trust me.
There's a certain few people that if like they don't contribute in the Discord at all, but as soon as you drop the link, they have like a bot. Once it says like a Google Hangout, they'll join, and then
Okay. Well, then
I didn't mean you to be gatekeeper, but some of you people are fucking retarded assholes, and you don't want to fucking talk to me. So you guys can fuck off.
You people.
Do everybody a favor, okay? Don't be on the fence. Take a side, all right?
Yeah, dude. I deal with enough shitheads in real life. I don't need to do it on the internet. So
Wordy is a good boy.
Yes, he is. Even though he drank all my chocolate syrup.
in one go?
Wait. Did he drink all your chocolate syrup?
Yeah.
Or did he finish it?
It was probably the bottle was probably I'd say a quarter full at least.
So he
poured the whole. Except he poured it into a fucking bottle or a glass full of Baileys.
Oh, there you go.
So Baileys wasn't chocolate enough, so he had to dump, 6 ounces of chocolate syrup into it to make it better.
Bailey's isn't chocolate at all. He was making his own Kahlua.
All right.
If you had Kahlua in your bar, this wouldn't have happened, sir.
I have to piss really bad. I think it's time to go.
I'm leaving. I'm going to go
No, you're
build my
not.
Satisfactories. No, I got delicious crack cocaine waiting for